All right, welcome back and bear down. This isn't going to be really an analytical video. This is going to be more of just your guide to the off season now that the season's over for the Bears and we lead up to the draft. This is going to be kind of the events that take place until then. There's going to be 5 basically all-star games that happen now for college football players. The Senior Bowl is the only one that really touts the biggest names. NFL Players Association Bowl also has some, but some of these early ones are really just to get some guys that don't have some notoriety out there, give them a platform to show off, get some teams looking at them. You can see Mohamed Kamara from Colorado State. He's a day 3 prospect. Right now projected to go in round 4, I believe. He was there. Storm Duck really is a name from Louisville. He's a cornerback, and he's actually pretty decent. I think right now he's projected just outside the 7th round as an undrafted free agent, but he's got some game. Some of the standouts from that game, Hayden Hatton had a really good game. There were some wide receivers that did some showing off in this game. So there's some decent players there. And really, this is an opportunity for the Bears and other teams there to go shake hands with these kids and see some kids that might impress them. And they're kind of auditioning for opportunities maybe to come in after the draft is over as undrafted free agents. Some of them will climb into the 5th, 6th, 7th round. Some of them might go higher. It just depends on how well they show off, what schools they came from, and what they're accomplishing. But these are some names if you want to pause this and kind of look some of them up. Some names to know, but really these names aren't going to be names that really blow your socks off into the draft or make a huge impact in the NFL. What you're looking for here is just some guys that might come in later if you're a fanatic like me that likes to watch the undrafted free agents and watch the guys we bring on the practice squad to try to fill out our roster. But there's some decent names here. The other 4 bowls haven't been played yet. They're basically each of the next 4 Saturdays. Well, the last 2 back up the 2nd and the 4th of February. So here they are. The FBS All-American Tropical Bowl will happen this next Saturday in a couple days. NFL Players Association Collegiate Bowl will happen on the 28th. The East-West Shrine Bowl a couple days later on the 2nd. And then the Senior Bowl will be on the 4th. Right after that will be when we get into the meat and potatoes of the Combine. Then the Combine takes place with all its measurables and all the hoops that the players jump through on February 27th through March 6th at the end of the month. And what takes place here is each team can have 45 formal interviews. Each player goes through their exams. They get their official measurements. They do interviews with the media and with the teams. They do the 40-yard dash, the shuttle, bench press, and then all the on-field workouts so teams have a chance to take a look at them. This is where all your players will be at this one. So this is where all the guys will be. When everyone gets hyped about it, it's all televised, and we get to watch it, and then we start getting a little more hype for certain guys, and certain guys start driving the board. Then after that, after the Combine concludes, mid-March, so right after the Combine to about mid-April, the days aren't specifically set yet, I don't think, you're going to see the top 30 visits. This is when the Bears and every other team has an opportunity to bring 30 guys into Hallis Hall or their own home, and show them the facilities, sit down and talk with them one-on-one, get an opportunity to get to know them and get a feel for them. So that's why they call it the top 30 visits. It's limited, but they get to bring these guys in and say, hey, these are the prospects we're really serious on. Sometimes it's not. There's different angles and strategies. Not going to get into that right now, but there's different angles of why you might use a top 30 visit. But you'll see some big names this year with the Bears, number 1 overall, using some of those top 30 visits. But those are the events leading up to it. And then on April... I'm trying to wait for my screen to change. April 25th through the 27th in Detroit, Michigan, we get the NFL Draft, where we're going to have the face of the franchise and the Bears' destiny and dynasty for the next decade determined with the draft pick. So everything's leading up to that. Hope this is informative for you, and appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate all those that are giving support. If you don't mind hitting the like button, smash that subscribe button. If you haven't, I really appreciate it. Like what we're doing. Till next time, bear down.